beyond.
I see you with 2 children, so don't be surprised. There are 2 kids there.
A deceased brother drops a bomb on his sister about her future. Plus, meet Buddha. He came within a whisker of death. So how did this woman save him? But first,
there was some preliminary information that the white car was racing a black-colored vehicle.
a mother who lost both sons when a street drag race came to a tragic end.
I ran by and notified his parents. His parents apparently hadn't been notified yet.
A neighbor knocked on my door and told me that my oldest son was in a car wreck. I'd better go up to the school. It was in front of the school. And when I went there, they would let me go to the car because Josh was there in the car. Joshua died instantly at the wreck. And David was in the hospital in surgery. He survived a week. David was just going into his manhood, and I was looking forward, to those years. And Joshua, he was just going into what David was coming out of. I don't believe as a parent, with something like this, you can have closure. I would like confirmation. I already know my sons are with me, but this is confirmation and comfort.
Using his extraordinary psychic ability to communicate with spirits, he's transformed lives by unlocking mysteries and sharing secrets from the other side. James Van Praagh, best-selling author, renowned medium, and your connection to the world beyond.
Hi. You're Michelle?
Yes.
Hi, Michelle. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And you are Chania?
Yes.
Hi, Chania. Nice
Hi.
to meet you. I'm James. And I understand you lost 2 sons, yes? And in an accident.
Yes.
And one of them was your boyfriend?
Yes,
okay.
older one.
Okay. I will tell you that there's a male figure here behind you, but it doesn't feel like a son. It feels like a father or father-in-law feeling to me. Grandfather, perhaps?
Oh, yes.
Was there someone who ever either had a farm or had land?
Yes,
Was
my
that
grandfather.
That's the one I'm talking to?
Yes.
Okay. He's the one who's coming in here, and he said, I'm the farmer type of person. He's a farmer, or like land.
He likes land.
Okay, had land, he said to me. I believe I have the 2 boys here, but they're standing off to the side, and they want these people to come through first to talk, but they're here, okay? Mm-hmm. They died separately, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay, in separate situations, please? Hold on. Was that anything to do with water, by the way?
With the way they died?
Or something to do with water?
Yes.
Like a drowning or water, some drowned
No.
water? Okay.
The weather conditions.
Okay, well, water. I don't know what the water thing means here, but there's water.
The weather conditions.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. And I don't know initial D for someone. Is there a Danny?
David.
David. Okay, is that your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he wants to say hello, and he wants to give you his love. And then he has his little brother here, too. I'm not sure what his name is, but I'm trying to bring him through. He's there with him. I'm going to tell you that I keep on seeing them. You guys are holding hands. They're holding hands. And I think they're joined at the hip.
Yes, they are.
They're joined at the hip. Okay. Was this involving some kind of an accident of some sort, like a car accident, or?
Yes.
Okay. And one of them driving, one is in the other seat or something, or one is in the passenger seat?
Yes.
Yeah, the other seat, the other side. And was there another vehicle also involved in this at all, please?
Yes,
like
there was.
Okay, because I
Yes.
feel like
Yeah.
Was there some kind of was there a snow at all?
It was sleeting.
Sleeting.
Oh, it looks like snow to me. Okay. And I'm like, shh, and I go sideways, shh, and I'm turned, shh.
That's what happened.
Okay, that's what they show me. Shh. I know Dad, right, about Dad. He wants to give love to Dad, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that was a big deal for you to come here today, and him and his brother are just, it's interesting when you deal with spirits. I mean, when I communicate with them, many times they're 2 separate spirits, but you have to blend their thought and send it to me. And that's when we're getting these 2 boys, because they're so alike. I mean,
Yeah,
they're like,
because they're just like that
they're
anyway.
just like, but they send this thought of like, it was a big deal for you to come here, and they're thanking you for coming all this way to be here. I mean, you really had to be pushed to come here.
Yes.
Okay. Come on. Is your mother still alive?
Yes.
Because they talk about your mother, their
Yes.
grandma,
Yes.
and they want to say hello to her.
Okay.
Please tell her that they are okay.
Okay.
Because she worries about that and she has nightmares.
Okay.
She has nightmares, he said.
All right.
Do you have something of David's in an envelope? Do you keep it in an envelope of his?
Yes, I do. I have
Okay.
a picture.
It's in
I
an
have
envelope.
a couple of them.
But it's in an envelope. I'm saying like a white envelope, and this is what he was showing me.
Yeah.
Was one of them in a coma or something, or in, like in the hospital for a while?
Yeah.
One of them, not the other one, though.
Yes.
Understand that?
Yes.
Because one of them lingers.
Yes.
The other one passes right over, but the other one lingers, like in a
Yeah.
coma state, he's telling me.
Yeah,
And he's, and I know that you were praying at his bedside, or they were praying at the bedside, and he watched you do that. And I know he didn't like to be on machines. He didn't like this, okay? Because he showed me all the machines and did not like it, and you knew he didn't want that.
Yeah.
You knew it, because he was brain dead. It feels like he's brain dead.
Yeah.
here,
Yes,
That's
he
exactly
was.
right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you've done a good thing for him by helping him over. Understand that? You helped him over. What courage that takes. And what love that takes. That's a beautiful act of love, right?
Yes.
You gotta accept that. All right?
Yes.
I know there's something either done in the names or done in their names. I'm not sure if there's like a fellowship or there's something you want to do in their names. Understand this?
Yes, I do.
And they want to thank you for doing this.
Oh my gosh.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to leave you with that, okay?
Thank
Thank
you
You're welcome.
so much.
You're very welcome.
Oh my
God bless.
gosh.
Was this involving some kind of an accident of some sort, like a car accident or?
How did they die? Can you tell us?
Yes. In the media, it was reported that they were street racing.
And was there another vehicle also involved in this at all?
There was another car involved. They were following another car in and out of traffic, another kid they knew.
Was there a snow at all?
It was raining and sleeting that night.
I'm like, shh, and I go sideways.
David skidded on the roadway and slid sideways into the oncoming traffic.
Was one of them in a coma or something, or like in a hospital for a while? One of them, not the other one, though.
Joshua died instantly, my 14-year-old, and David survived a week in the hospital. He was comatose, and he was on life support.
Do you have something of David's in an envelope?
I've always carried a white envelope full of pictures, and I had just recently taken them all out except this one that I still had in there, and it's of me and David, and that's the only one I had in there left.
What is it you were hoping to find here with this reading?
Confirmation for what I already know. I know that my sons are with me, and confirmation from James, you know, and that brings me some comfort.
Still to come, loving pets whose days were numbered until this psychic saved them. How does she do it? She'll reveal her secrets. Plus,
He's also going on about drugs and in and out of like places, to free treatment centers.
this woman may not want to hear all her brother has to say, but it's coming up next on Beyond. We now join James in the audience.
In this side of the room here, knows a father figure or grandfather with the name of either Mick. That's it. Your grandfather's name is Mick? Yes. Okay, he's passed over too? No, oh, is he still here? Did your brother know him? Oh, may I come to you? Yes. Okay. There's talk about this Mick or Mickey, so that's your grandfather, okay, but he's still, I understand that. And your brother's passed over, okay, and his name's Michael? They call him Mike? Well, but if that's what he wants to be known to me as, Mike. And what's your name?
Denise.
Denise. I know there are others in the family too that aren't here. I don't know if you have a sister or something and she didn't show up. Oh, the heck with her then. You had the courage to come. You're getting the message. Okay. Good sense of humor with your brother. Very good sense of humor. And your brother leaves this earth not finished. Things are not finished when he passes over, he's telling me. And I feel when he passes over, it's very quick. I don't feel like he knew what would have happened, okay? Seriously. I really feel like he didn't know where he was because there's a feeling of being disoriented when he passes. And he said to me right away he lost space and time. Time and space he lost, okay? I just feel quick gone. Was there an explosion with this thing? An explosion? Because I feel like explosion with him.
Well,
Was this like 9/11 or something, or what?
no.
What was this?
A gunshot.
Oh, I see. I see explosion in front of me. Suicide was this? He said he's better now. They didn't want to tell grandfather. They didn't want to tell him. He said they didn't want to tell my grandfather. I don't know, but I feel his father and him don't have a not good relationship, you know, because he told me his father, your father, or his father, he's going on about, did not know him, didn't know him very well. Understand that? Mm-hmm. And he said, I suffered because of that. I also want to ask you, was there a police record at one point, or was there an arrest at one point? You understand that? He's just telling me. It's better than National Enquirer. No, not yours, his. His. It is better than National Enquirer. I find everything out here. But it's just as validation for you to know that this is him actually communicating with you, okay? He's telling me I tried this before. This was not the first time. He's also tries hanging himself one time or doing something with a rope, he's telling me. You know about that?
I just know he was hurting.
He was hurting bad. I understand that. He's also going on about drug conditions, and in and out of like places to free treatment centers. You understand that? He tried as best he could. He tried the best he could, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. Okay, he tried, all right? He wants to know he tried. And I want to tell you that he's talking to me about a policeman, a police officer. I don't know if you wanted to be a police officer, or there was ever... You did, okay. Are you a police officer?
Not yet,
but
no.
You want to be?
Yeah.
Okay. You just show me a police officer here. Isn't that amazing? Okay. Right. You're going to be. You will. And he said, my sister wants to do it for me. Understand that?
Yeah.
I see you with 2 children, so don't be surprised. There are 2 kids there. But there's going to be 2 for you. Okay. And I know that one of them will be named Michael. Mm-hmm. You understand that? Mm-hmm. He's telling me that's your plan. Mm-hmm. Well, I think heaven's going to work with you, or that's part of it, because it's going to happen, okay? I'll leave you with that.
Thank
you. God bless you, okay? Suicide, was this?
Denise, James picked up on your brother who committed suicide. What happened?
Unfortunately, it was a pretty traumatic suicide, and my mother actually was very close, and he went outside and put the gun in his head, so it was a pretty traumatic explosion.
He's also going on about drugs.
It was hard to connect with him the last couple of years of his life, because he was dealing with a lot of drug abuse that had caused some major damage to the brain. He had done a lot of ecstasy and was now in and out of treatments.
Was there an arrest at one point?
I just remember that I used to get mad because I remember my brothers, I just kind of heard something in the middle of the night when I used to live at home, and the police had brought them home, and I would always hold that against them because they never got, you know, like grounded for anything. They got away with everything.
Yeah.
He's talking to me about a policeman, a police officer.
It was really interesting because I did want to be a sheriff for a long time. It wasn't exactly just because of my brother, but I do like to talk to people about drugs and the, you know, the substantial effects of what can happen by abusing them. So that was part of it. Very interesting.
Next, she's the real-life Dr. Dolittle, and the animals can't wait to talk to her. What they are saying will save their lives. Next, on Beyond.
I recently heard about a woman who uses her psychic gift to give animals one last chance to live. They call her Dr. Monica. Let's take a look.
Meet Buddha. He seems like a happy-go-lucky golden retriever puppy, but just months ago he was dangerously close to losing his life.
He wasn't walking, and I kind of panicked.
Kathy Stevens did what any dog parent would do. She rushed him in for emergency medical care.
It's really strange when a dog gets hurt like this and they're everything to you because you feel every emotion and you don't want to let go.
But saying goodbye was not an emotion she was ready to face.
Buddha had several traditional veterinarians tell Kathy to put him down.
Animal chiropractor Dr. DeGrasse and veterinarian Dr. Sigstad also examined Buddha and were perplexed by his condition. They wanted to help, but didn't know how.
In Buddha's case, well, Buddha was paralyzed and was not able to get up and to walk. And it was questionable whether surgery was going to be helpful because it would involve the spinal cord.
But instead of recommending putting the pooch down, both doctors agreed to propose something unusual, a meeting with pet psychic Dr. Monica Dietrich. She claims she can read animals' thoughts as pictures and interpret what the animal is saying.
It's actually like a clip of a movie. It lasts for 5 or 10 seconds, and it has some action to it. It rewinds, and it plays back again until I am ready to translate in words the meaning of the pictures that I see.
Although skeptical, Kathy brought Buddha to Dr. Monica for a reading.
Well, there was a moment with Buddha when he was trying to explain to me how he got injured, because Mama didn't know. And he was trying to explain me how it all happened. And I'm saying, you know, Mom, there is a building made out of wood. And she thought about it and she says, I don't have a wood building. And I said, please think of it in terms of him looking at it, not you seeing a building. What is he seeing that is made out of wood? And she said, oh, we built around our jacuzzi. Well, he's saying that he was right there and he got hurt on a stool that you left that wasn't there before. And she said, oh my God, I left the stool 2 days ago. I could not have known that if it wasn't that he was telling me this.
Based on Dr. Monica's reading, Buddha received chiropractic therapy and he's back to his barking self.
When Dr. Monica comes in, she is able to bridge that communication gap between me and the animal. I am able to have that insight into the quality of the animal's pain, how he's reacting to medication, how does he feel. We're also able to give the animal understanding of what we're trying to do, why and how. With that communication ability, it takes my practice to a much higher level.
If it sounds like we're pulling your tail, just take a look at Santos.
He couldn't wag his tail. He was going to be paralyzed, and now he's back to training.
In his x-rays, doctors found nothing unusual and were baffled by Santos' condition. But after a psychic reading with Dr. Monica, the cause of Santos' pain was revealed.
He said, I injured my right rear foot on it, and it hurts.
We were able, under sedation, to find an embedded sliver. This would never have been found without that additional information that Monica was able to provide.
So, what do the skeptics have to say now?
At first, I doubted, you know, because this is not normal. And I thought, well, what do I have to lose? And now he's doing great.
When I first met her, I didn't have an open mind. But this has actually changed me quite a bit. I could not have done this without Monica. I have my dog, and he means everything to me.
If you'd like a chance for a reading with James, send a letter to Beyond, P.O. Box 4399, Hollywood, California, 90078.
At me because I know you know what I'm about to ask.
I'm a professional psychic.
Yes, let's talk about the woman who speaks to the animals and they tell her what's wrong. That's a little hard to believe.
Dr. Doolittle, the whole bit. No. Well, you know, I really do know that there are different levels of communication, and there are some people who really attune to that, to certain levels. And for this lady, she's attuned to the animal vibration, that level of communication, and she's able to really feel their
Well, how do you know if she's wrong?
Well, I guess it's just proof isn't basically what her work is revealing, and in those pieces, she certainly revealed what was wrong with those dogs, and they're healed. I mean, that's the biggest thing. They had a healing.
Can you do this with animals, James?
I have communicated with animals when they passed on. I haven't done it with the living dogs or cats or animals. I do it when they're passed over. Although I've never tried it, so maybe I should. Maybe that could be another job for me. Try that one.
Well, maybe I'll bring my dog in.
Bring your dog and let's experiment and see if the dog can talk to me.
He'll try to get food out of you is what he'll do.
Right.
Say goodbye, James.
Goodbye. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Hi, James. I'm curious about auras and how they work.
An aura is an electromagnetic field that every living thing has it around them, and in your aura are really your thoughts. And a psychic or a clairvoyant can read your aura by the state of your physical, your emotional, your spiritual, and physical health. And they can read that in the aura. So the different colors in the aura, which represents those various things. So you can tell the state of someone by reading their aura.
Okay, so it changes.
It changes by every thought that you have. It constantly changes. You know, we go to these fairs and we have people do aura photographs. That's only good for that minute because you're thinking constantly, so it changes. Your thoughts will change the color.